What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Dynamics of Love and Marriage. Cooley and Shay, what's up, baby? How you doing?
Hey.
We are back again, and this episode we wanted to talk about the soundtrack to our lives. Music has definitely brought us together. It brings people together. Very reminiscent. You know, you can remember what song you heard when you was a certain age, and just, you know, it brings you back. Very nostalgic. So today we wanted to do our top 10 songs that remind us of one another. And so since you kicked it off last time, Shay, I'm going to go first this time.
Kick it on off. Okay. Kick it on off.
Now, I know there are going to be songs that's going to overlap. I'm sure we're going to have at least one or two. So probably. I have some extra songs in the chamber.
Well, but it doesn't matter, because if we kind of just say what the memory is, it may not be the same, memory or the same impact. But anyways, whatever. I have some honorable mentions as well.
Yeah, some honorable mentions for sure.
My question to you is, are we going to start with like 5 and then count down to 1? Like you do your 5? How are we going to do it?
We just go back and forth. You know
it's not in order?
No, it don't have to be in order. Or okay. Order when we met, or just,
No. I put mine in the most significant order.
Really?
Like,
see? Yeah, like we didn't discuss this, so I don't know.
It's all good.
I just have songs that, that when I hear, I'm like, this is it. This
okay, me too. Okay.
So the first one I'm going to mention is very special to the both of us, is Love by Musiq Soulchild, because that was our introductory song at our wedding for like the video montage.
Uh-huh.
And it's just, man, whenever I hear that, I'm like, that's my girl. So yeah, number 1 for me would be Love by Musiq Soulchild.
Okay, so my I'm gonna just do my own thing here. I'm gonna start with, because I like I said, I have a countdown. Number 1 is the number 1.
Okay.
So I'm gonna start at my 5.
You gonna start at 5? Okay.
My 5th.
Cool.
Is by Alexander O'Neal and Chanel. Sherelle.
I'm like, who was Chanel?
My body lady that does the lymphatic massage of Chanel. That's a shout out. No, anyhow. Sherelle. So funny thing is,
what's the name of the song? Never Knew Love Like This.
This particular
that's
song.
My joint. I had that on the list too.
You stole that from me.
How?
I don't know, but I know we didn't talk about it. But I love it so much. Anytime I hear it, I'm like, it's authentic. I think it just describes what I really feel like. I've been in love before. We've been in love before. We've been through all types of things, but there has not been, it's something that about the friendship, the vibe, everything we have are just our dynamics, right? That always makes me say, man, now this is it.
This is us.
I never,
for sure.
Yes. And again, I just love how it just celebrates, hey, it's not like we didn't have a life before each other, but it was
we did.
I said it's not like we didn't have a life before each other. We did. But sometimes, how sometimes when people are in a relationship, they're like, oh, this was my first, this is the first time I ever felt this way. This is the first love I ever had. Well, I've had loves before, but I've never known love like this, right?
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
I just love it. It just really, that's my joint.
And I think with songs like that, especially older songs, because we hear them when we're younger, whether it's a sexual innuendo song and we don't know anything about what they're talking about, but like Juicy Fruit, remember that song, Juicy. Right? But then as we get older, we live life, we experience things, we come into connection with one another. It resonates with you so differently because now it's more than just a beat and a nice hymn. It's something that like I'm living this. I can feel it in my depths. Like this has meaning to me. So
absolutely, that's my come on, Sherelle. I didn't mean to call her Chanel because she. I don't know if she still lives here in Dallas, but I ran into her at the at the salon when I first moved here, and very nice lady. But I made sure I got her name right.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so my next one would be Nothing Can Come Between Us by Sade.
Nothing can come.
I had the lyrics. And we had the
okay, yeah, because I got my lyrics.
For all your songs?
Well, you know how sometimes in a song it's like I love this whole song, but this is my part, right?
Yeah.
So
That.
there's sometimes a part of a song that you're like, yeah, I listen to everything, but I can rewind this part over and over again and
Yes.
listen to it. Listen.
So,
oh,
yeah.
you pulling up the lyrics?
Yeah, let's see here. Always hope that you remember.
Always hope that you remember.
We never really knew the meaning of it all. What we have is strong and tender, so hold on. In the middle of the madness, when time is running out and we're left alone, all I want you to know that is strong and still, can't be pulled apart. So, yeah.
Yeah, I love it. Look, it sounds different when you reading it though, right?
Yeah. Because I'm like, what?
You're like, does this flow?
it
And
don't-
sometimes,
yeah, it
sometimes
doesn't
these
flow the same.
lyrics, they don't really say what people are really saying.
They kind of mumble
yes.
it through. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
so
Yeah,
that's my
nothing
song.
can- Okay.
Okay, what you got?
All right. So my next song is my number 4 is of course my girl India Ari.
Okay, and you're not naming the song.
Give me a second. I gotta get into the groove.
India Ari.
It's not even the beat song either. But it is Steady Love. Steady Love. Yeah, she be grooving. Y'all look that up because this whole song, every lyric in the song is very it's reminiscent of you. Every time I hear it, I'm like, man, this is like he gives me steady love. He gives me my balance, center. He does so much for me. But some of my favorite lyrics are when she says he's not afraid of his feelings and he's not a slave to his pride. I said, this girl, she's something else. And when she said it, I was like, that is my husband. That's what I appreciate most about you and I admire is that you're not afraid to share your feelings, your emotions. It's always been who you were. Like even as a friend, you were able to articulate, oh, hey, this is what I'm thinking. Here's what I'm feeling. It wasn't like it was a challenge or a situation that I had to like go through personally with my own emotions to say, oh, should I ask him this? Will he be in his feelings or will he even share his feelings? You know, I didn't have to tiptoe around those things.
Yeah.
You always were willing to share and you weren't afraid. It wasn't like something where you were like, Shay, well, I'm just, it's hard for me to express myself. Just give me time. It was like you were completely out there, transparent. This is what it is. And if you didn't have a thought about something, you were like, something to ponder. Let me think about it. But then you're not a slave to your pride. Another thing that I admire about you, because I know so many are a slave to their pride and they're afraid of their feelings. And it's not a good combination.
We definitely have to.
So I love that. And then I also love, the way that he looks at me when he holds my hand, he wants everyone to know that I'm his woman and he's my man. We can talk about anything. He's got nothing to hide. He's not afraid of his feeling. He's not a slave to his pride. He gives me love so steady. That
spoke to you, right?
I said that, and then another. She has this song is kind of unique because she has different. It's broken into sections, choruses, and anyway, it's. I won't get into that. But the other part, the third part, she says is he's the perfect compliment because I'm a boss in my world. But when we're together, he just makes me feel like his girl. He's giving me love so steady. And I remember when that came out, I was like, I don't know. I think I had a team of 70 at the job. Yeah. And when I would come home, it was like, I had in corporate America, you kind of got to do what you have to do. And you have to deal with certain, personalities.
Absolutely.
And you have to have this leadership, obviously
persona
energy.
This
energy. But when I come home, I can just be just myself. I don't have one boss. I think I came home and told you, he was like, I wonder who wears the pants at your house. I said, well, my husband does. I said, I only wear them right here because they're available. Right. but some of my colleagues and we laughed, but when it came down to it, I was like, I'm so happy that I don't have to feel like I come home and I'm also having to say, let's do this and let's do that. Like, I can just not have a thought or a decision about anything and you will take care of it.
Yeah. I got
Beautiful.
you, boo. I got you. For sure. Good stuff. Funny thing is, this is a side note, talking about songs and their meaning. Sometimes people mix up what a song is depending on the rhythm, the beat of it. Hey Ya is a perfect example by Outkast, right? That's a breakup song. But but people dance to
because
it like,
sounds like,
it's catchy.
Yeah, I
and
love
so
it.
just recently there was a documentary with Earth, Wind and Fire, and the lead singer, Philip Bailey, I believe his name is, was talking about Reasons, and he said that's the most construed song because people
misconstrued. Yes.
He said because people had it at their weddings, but he said if you listen to the lyrics, that is a booty call song. That is, and then once you got the booty, is like post nut clarity. You're like, wait a minute, what am I doing here? That is just funny. So people have to listen to the lyrics, and sometimes we put the lyrics aside because you hear one thing. And it sounds nice, but you had to go deep further into the meaning behind it.
Yes.
Because it may not be what you think it is.
You know, Toni Braxton said that at a concert. She was like, she did a really good concert, not here this year, several years ago. My sister and I went, and she said, you know, you guys may be surprised. Little Kim and I were really, really close. And I remember Little Kim said, "You're going to sing at my wedding, Toni." And I said, Kim, I don't have any songs that I need to sing at your wedding. She was like, "Yeah, you're going to sing You Mean the World to Me." She was like, "Have you listened to those lyrics?" And she said, "I like the song." She was like, "It says, can you give me one good reason why I should believe you, even though you whatever." And I would sure like to believe you, but my heart, something. Anyway, it's like, I don't believe that you're sincere. I want to believe you, but you don't want that at your wedding. And then Lil' Kim said, "Well, hell, Toni, the way you be mumbling, don't nobody know what the hell you be saying." I said, "Oh my gosh," but I think you're right. It's like, if you can get out of the actual beat and rhythm of the song and really hone in on the lyrics
to what they're saying,
you're like, and that, I do love lyrics. I love good lyrics in a song, but I am also like a beat person. I always have the same move, and it looks like I don't know how to dance, but I really do. But I do, but you can't get caught up in
that one,
just the shoulder. That's what I do all the time. Anyway. Okay, so it's your turn, right?
Yeah, so
okay.
It's my turn. So what's this, number 3 for me?
Yes.
And so I'm going to go back some ways, some time. So this is probably before your time, right when you was a little toddler. Me too. But again, going back to once I get older, you experience life and you listen to the lyrics, you're like, this is me. So Teddy Pendergrass, the more I get, the more I want.
Okay, come on, give us some lyrics.
So that song right there, because we know Teddy. He's just turn off the lights, close the door.
Yes.
I don't love you anymore, which is crazy. But this one here, he talks about having somebody that he loves, and even in the song, he's like, "I swear to God." So he's like he's serious, boy. He talking to her for real, and not just like turn off the lights, or let me take you home, come home and go with me, but. Here, let me pull it up. Yeah.
Come on over to my place. Look, I don't really want to sing because I might be invited to people's, to really sing for somebody.
Okay.
So, man, the way I really think I sound and the reality of the situation sometimes is not in alignment, but it's the heart that matters, right?
Yeah, that's what it is. So, like the intro, I believe it's a guitar, like doom 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 doom. Give me a habit I just can't kick, because it's your love I'm so happy with. There's no other I can't compare, because when I want your love, you're always there. You always give me what I want when I want it. Always know what I need when I need it. Excuse me. I don't want your love to ever end, because I want a good thing over and over again. And so, that's
well, I mean, lucky for you, you get this good thing over and over and over again. Oh, yeah.
See, that's another thing y'all don't know. She makes up her own songs.
I will. will.
She is a, what do you call it? A jingle. You're a jingler. You just come up with a jingle.
Yeah, just one
on the spot.
Yeah. I mean, I'm available for hire if you need something with a little joy and a little beat where they can move their shoulders. Yes, that's me. I can turn some words into any kind of song. Now it may not be the right words, but whatever. I make up my own words too. It'd be fully custom. So let me tell you my third song. And my third song is "Kiss of Life" by Sade.
What?
You gave me the kiss of life.
Well, you know that's my girl, so yeah.
I know. But first of all, it just reminds me of us when I surprised you for your birthday and we did that 10-day West Coast trip.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And so, went to different parts of California, Malibu, and then we took the cruise as well. But I just remember having the music on and then in that traffic. But
yeah, that was something else.
That was something else. But it was just, it's a whole, I don't know, it just has one of those vibes of I'm with my person, we're together, everything is good. It was just, anyway, it reminds me back to that, that experience. But on top of that, going back to the lyrics, I just loved all of the lyrics. I always have shared that I believe that the Lord really has done something very special with our connection, right? I'm from Seattle, Washington. You're from Jersey, the other side of the country. And we just met in happenstance, right? Yeah. And then there was no, like we said, we'll talk about our story in detail, but there was so many opportunities that didn't necessarily make the connection of we're going to talk or we are interested in each other. And then, we didn't have cell phone, social media back then. But even when we moved from place to place, state to state, some kind of way we came back reconnected.
Yeah, we reconnected.
And so just like the lyrics of that song, it just reminds me also of the reason when we were writing in coasting in California, I could feel like just in love with that moment was because I know our love had it was something that was divine. So when she said there must have been an angel by my side, something heavenly that led me to you,
yes,
right?
Yes.
It led me to you. And then when it said he built a bridge to your heart all the way, right? Mm-hmm. But who is she talking about? He built a bridge to your heart all the way. So in my head, when I listen to it, I'm like, the Lord built a bridge.
It's a spiritual
meaning.
Yeah.
He built a bridge all the way from Seattle to your heart to say, I need to go and figure out where she is so I can be there.
Mm-hmm, and I was persistent.
Oh, you definitely, you were on it. But I was like, man, yes. And so I guess anytime I think about us, even in like I said, California, it was like, that's the, it's the kiss that's, how people say, oh, chef's kiss, that's amazing. Yeah. Right? It was like, man, this moment when it comes on and we're together, or when it comes on and we're not together, I'm like, man, I get to have those moments with you. I get to, I see the color of love, mm-hmm. all of her lyrics actually they resonate a lot with me when I listen to it. So it reminds me of you.
All right. I appreciate that, baby.
Yes.
And so we're going back again. In this song, my mother loves her. I thought she was okay until I got older and learned to appreciate it. But it wasn't until we went to Vegas and I surprised you to go see Anita Baker. And I think that became our unofficial song, but Caught Up in a Rapture.
Yes.
Yeah. we had so much fun with that.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So whenever that song comes on, I think about that time. I think about the trip.
Yes.
It was very memorable. Another, one for the books or a notch on our belt, of this time we spending with one another, something that we can cherish.
Yeah.
And have those memories.
Yes. So that was definitely one that I had on my list as my number one. And it says Vegas surprise, all the lyrics.
Yeah.
All the lyrics.
Yeah. Because when we met,
always. And you know what I love, even just how she builds in the song. Like when she gets to the second, I want you here. I love you. She says, I love you here by me. You make my soul fly free. That really gets to me because I feel like what I also loved about being with you as a friend and as a lover, as a partner, is that I feel like I can be myself unapologetically, and I can fly. I can just, I can, just be off and
doing your
yeah,
thing.
and doing my thing. And you'll be there to support me. And then you'll still, and sometimes you're like, where are we flying to? I don't even know, And so I just, all of these lyrics are good. And then when she says, caught up in the rapture of you, she said, and the feelings always new.
Yes.
Right?
Never gets old.
Mike, I said, girl, you Anita's one bad mamma jamma.
Yeah.
I tell you.
And I think that's the thing, when you're with somebody that you can be your authentic self, it never gets old.
No.
Because I remember being, before we were married, before I met you, and I'm like, how can you be with somebody for X amount of years? I'm like, doesn't that get boring? But it's wonderful. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I love,
It's probably because I be making up all these songs for you.
I never know what personality I'm going to get. I'm like, who am I going to meet today?
Feelings always new.
There we go.
There you go.
There you go.
So I really have embodied that. I'm trying to create different personas.
Well, I appreciate
got
it.
the twist hair girlfriend. Mm-hmm. You got a little tree hugger where all this come out. You got the straight hair. You got a little bit of everything,
The personality builder.
Come on.
Yeah. I love it.
So yes, I had that on my list. That Vegas trip, man, you outdid yourself there. You really did. And it was the intentionality that I loved about the different details. And so anyway, I can go on and on about that one. All right, so then that was my number one too. So I'll pull one off my list.
Yeah.
Okay, so my number two is my Jilly from Philly, Jill Scott, and it is "You Love Me." You love me, especially different every time. You keep me on my feet, happily excited by your cologne. Yeah, she was getting it. But anyway, I love all the lyrics. But when she says you love me, you're different, and then she says you're different. And you're special in every way imaginable. You love me from my hair follicles to my toenails. You got me feeling like the breeze, easy, free, lovely, and me. When you I said, every time I hear it, I be like, oh yes, this is how my husband.
Speak it, talk it, girl.
And it was like, that's what I feel. I feel like you love me from my hair follicles to my toenails.
Yeah.
And I am grateful for that. Because there have been times where I don't feel like I was all the way confident about myself or whatever, but I was like, Lord, I don't know what kind of thing you put over my husband, but he be thinking I'm looking at thebomb.com, but I do not feel like that. Yeah, I don't know I don't know what you're doing and what blinders you got on him, but you can keep them on if you need to, Lord. But I just to be able to feel like, I know a lot of women, let me just say, I know a lot of women that haven't had the opportunity to feel like they are loved holistically, right? Physically, mentally, emotionally, all of those different pieces. Like, it's almost like people will pick certain parts of them that they love, whether it's a physical, I like your shape and that kind of thing. Or I like the way your face looks, but your shape could be better. I like your personality, but I don't like anything physical. But no, all of those different things. Sure. And so that really wears a person down. But just to know that, especially going through the different phases in life, whether it was me having the babies and trying to get the weight off, or, going through this perimenopause thing and feeling certain, things, or medically a myriad of different things. But the fact that I feel like you have consistently pumped me up and made me feel like I was that girl, I feel like, man, he really does love me for my little hair follicles to my toenails.
Absolutely.
So that's why I try to keep my toenails done for you.
Yeah, because I love them too. Mm-hmm. Some pretty feet, girl, take you a long way. All right, so what we got? It's me, right?
Yep, your last one, I think.
Okay, so this song this came out in the 90s. I think it was around the time when we first met. And so probably not after that. I think once we started visiting each other. And I was like, yeah, this is Sweet Lady by Maxwell. Yeah, so Sweet Lady. It was smooth.
It is.
Don't worry.
Come
I
on.
know the rest of the lyrics, so
That's
don't give
okay.
me my dum dum
We
dum
can
dum.
mix them up. You know, I'm ready.
Yeah, so that whenever I heard that song, you always came up in my mind, and I was like, yeah, I want that to be my sweet lady. And the funny thing about that song, I think is that particular song. At the end of it, he asked her, "Will you marry me?" And so you know our story.
Yes,
that's how
yes.
we got to be here. So
Yes,
yeah.
yes. All right, so I'm going to pull one from my honorable mentions list, and
Okay.
it's going to be Stay Together by Ledisi and Jaheim.
Okay,
Stay
yeah.
together. So the specific part that I love is when she says, "We know each other so well. You always seem to tell when I need a little kiss and a hug." Right? And that extra kind of loving, you love me like a champion. And she said, "Baby, you're my Superman." Right?
Yeah.
Let me tell you. Hold on.
No, I got you choked up, huh, girl? Huh? Yeah.
Can't get myself together. But it's really when you and I know, we always say, "Oh, can I get a kiss and a hug?"
Yeah. Like I need that. That's my little pick me up.
Yeah, that's when I need a little kiss and a hug, and that extra kind of loving. I feel like you know, if I come into the house or I come out the room, you're always looking at what aura or vibe I have, and you're like, what's going on?
You okay?
Or you just come, and then, you know, since I'm a little I'm a fun sized person, a little short, you know, you just put my head on your chest, or I put it, and it's like, oh, I need a kiss and a hug, right? And so it's just and then the other parts of that song, that is another song where I started, which is, I feel like, is very authentic. It has a lot of, it talks about the fact that you have two flawed people that come together, and you're really you're determined to stay together. You're intentional about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're intentional about, you know, just, you know, doing life together. You know, things may try to come and happen, but you're like, wait a minute, but this is what we about to do. We're going to stay together. It doesn't matter what happens, you know, or whatever comes our way. This is what we're about to do.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And we always emphasize that we are not individuals or a couple that care more about the number of years than the quality of time. The quality matters over the time, because you could be married for 20, 25 years, 30 years and be miserable. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not interested.
Yeah, just dragging each other along like a ball in a chain.
Yep.
You know. So.
All right.
Well,
So
I do have one. What was you gonna say?
We could probably put the actual. I put my playlist all together on Spotify, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. Let's make
Okay.
a Spotify playlist.
Okay.
But I do have one more honorable mention. Now, this artist I think is very underrated. He goes by the name of Sir. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Man, just like his songs, like when you hear him, this dude knows what he's talking about. But he has a song called "Nothing Even Matters," and you know what? I'm gonna just play a little bit of it, because I don't
Come
think
on, DJ
anybody
Kool-Aid.
really knows. One moment, please.
So while he's doing that, our dating season, where mixtapes were a thing, that's where some of our love and expressions through music to one another started.
Really started, yeah, for sure.
Where you would
Yeah.
make me a mixtape and get it over here to Texas from Atlanta, and then, you know.
I mean, you know that's old, a tape. Yeah.
Yes, the cassette
And
tape.
if it popped, then that was it.
Yeah,
you know.
I know.
But here we go. You make me want to be a better man. That's like, so stuff like that. But this this is a fire song. So that was just something I wanted to mention to people that don't know.
That's a good one. When you sent that to me, it really made my heart so tender.
All right. That's what it's about.
Yes, yes, man.
Okay, guys. So I guess that's it for this round.
Yes. So we encourage you to do the same thing. Like, this is a different way to, like, express your love for each other. Sometimes we'll send each other songs.
Yes.
Just
like,
randomly.
listen to the lyrics, because this song, it reminds me of you,
Exactly.
and you want them to see why. So
Yes.
that's what works for us. Hopefully you guys have something that works for you.
Yes.
And that keeps that love reciprocated between the two of you to keep it going.
Mm-hmm. Hey, and if you tell us some songs to check out, we'll check those out too, and see, how they may fit into our playlist.
There we go. There we go.
So,
all right, guys.
right.
And so until next week, we will see y'all then. Take care. God bless. And
We're out of here.
we out later.